This mod review is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. So today, guys, I have what has to be the most epic build your own BGA jigsaw puzzle ever for Farm Sim 19. It is the Kastor BGA pack. You can find a link in the description below to either the Ellis Mod Company or Maru.net, or directly to Kastor's website in order to download this mod. What we have here is we have 9 unique BGA digesters. We have 3 fully built out, ready to go BGA kits. And then we have all kinds of pieces and parts here for you to basically build your own design. Make it however you wish. And turn it into your own creation. We also have 2 digestate storage tanks, and not pictured are several custom BGA bunkers included in this pack. So how does it all work? Well, you put down one of the 9 digestate placeables, and we're going to take a look at each of them quickly here. Then we're going to break back to basically a slideshow where I'm going to show you basically the picture of each digester. I'm going to throw up the stats because each one has its own unique stats. This is a really, really detailed pack. And all the stuff basically in the middle of the screen here are all accessories. They don't aid in the production of digestate or in the earning of money from the traditional standpoint. But what they do is help offset the cost of running the BGA you have put down. Or the digester, I should say, put down. So let's start over here. Start talking about each one just in a high level. Like I said, we're going to go break each one down in much more detail here in a little bit. So here we have the first BGA we're going to take a look at. We basically put our silage or whatever other fill type. Some of these items take more than just silage and hay. They take other products also. We obviously have the input on the left, output of digestate on the right, and of course we're going to earn money. We go to a slightly bigger version. Same process. Raw materials on the left, digestate in the right, earn some money. Slightly different variant on the second one. Again, inputs on the left, output on the right. Fairly small version here. Inputs on the left, outputs on the right. This time we have inputs on the right, output on the left. This one, input on the right, output on the left. You can see the way some of these are set up. Set up as if, there's a tank. It's going to be back here behind it. So obviously you're probably going to want to use place anywhere to put these down. Here we have a little bit more complete setup. This one's rather interesting. You put your inputs in the storage container there, and you get your digestate right out here in front. We're going to have to kind of weave our way around here to the next one. Okay, this one is kind of a very minimalistic. Put our raw materials in the trailer. We get our digestate out front here. That is not the digestate out pipe. It's basically designed as if you're going to basically be plugging it in one of these accessory modules. Then the final digester here that is part of the build your own BGA is this building here. We have our digestate output here on the outside, and then on the inside here we have our digestate raw materials input. Okay, pretty detailed. It's a pull-through type affair. Then way over here we have a few that you could just buy pre-built. So here's one of the pre-built models with all kinds of things already placed together. So obviously our raw materials go in the middle. Digestate output over here to the right. One over here. Raw materials in the middle. Digestate output over here to the left. Then the last and third, I should say, I guess, pre-built BGA is this model right here. We have the raw materials on the right, the digestate on the left. You might say, well, what is all the other stuff? Well, most of the other stuff is purely decorative, but it actually earns you a little bit of money per hour because these BGAs cost a fair bit of daily cost to operate, a fair bit of daily expenses. So let's just show you just real quick. We're going to break each of these down in a lot more detail here in a moment. But the first one we looked at here costs $90,000 to place. Costs us $8,000 a day just to have it. It's pretty expensive, right? Well, there's some other features here. Like, for example, this little building right here. Not that little, but at any rate, this little structure here might cost us $2,500 a day, but we earn $150 an hour with our current difficulty setting. So, 2 hours is $300. 20 hours is going to be $3,000. So it's going to basically earn us a bit more money per day than we're actually getting costed to kind of offset some of these operating costs of these BGAs. We have all kinds of decorative items here, and we're going to go into a lot of detail on each and every one of these when we go and break this pack down piece by piece, part by part here in a little bit. But take a look at this. We've got all kinds of storage tanks, fermenting tanks, generators, various other components. We also have 2 storage buildings. So we have a storage building here to store digestate, the round one there. Then we have a square model here to store digestate. And then finally, we have a control building here that we can use to basically put down as our control building to control the BGA that we put down. This has got all kinds of details in here. We've got our triple screen set up here with LS Mod Company. One of the locations you can download this mod from on the right. Kastor's own website over here on the left. And all of the links that I'm going to include in the description are going to take you back to Kastor's website itself to actually download this mod. Then you have some control equipment, servers and whatnot over here in the back. All set up to help you build out your own BGA. Be it on a map that doesn't have a BGA, be it on a map where the BGA maybe is not working like it should, well, you can now go and put your own down. Design it how you want. Piece it and part it together. If all you want is this, well, that's all you need to put down. Or you could build it out using a lot more stuff in the kit. So something that I haven't showed you guys that is a part of this pack are also some BGA placeable bunkers. I didn't have an opportunity to put these down because I didn't have any more space in my placeable area. But you can see we can put down a 20 meter with earthen sides on the side, 20 meter double with earthen hills packed up against the side. Then we have a single 20 meter with steel girders to support the bunker walls, a double pair of 20 meters with steel girders. Then we have a single or a double pair of 40 meter longs with earthen piles. Then we have a single and a double 40 meter long with steel girders to support the the concrete sides. Didn't even have room to put those things down. So this is a massive, massive pack. Let's just slowly scroll before we go and start looking at these in great detail. Let's slowly scroll through all of these. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 BGA main modules. Then we start talking about the add-on modules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 add-on modules. Then we have a manure digestate storage tank, round and square. And then we have the complete systems. So yes, $1.875 million, $1,875,000, $10,000 a day to run this thing, but you get a full system. Running a BGA is not cheap, guys. Here's another one, a little bit bigger, $2 million, $15,000 a day. And the biggest of all, $2.8 million, $20,000 a day. You're going to be able to seriously chew through all kinds of silage with that one. Then we have the control house that we talked about. So what we're going to do, guys, now is we are going to break away from the game, and I'm going to basically start putting up a bunch of slides where we break down each and every piece and part in this pack and show you guys kind of really in great detail what you could really accomplish with this pack. So bunker number 1 is going to cost you $90,000 to purchase, has a daily maintenance cost of $8,000 per day, and a capacity of 30,000 liters. It can process material at a rate of 14,400 liters per hour and can store up to 120,000 liters of digestate. This particular bunker will not accept bales or material from a trailer, but will accept product from a bucket or shovel. You can put silage, grass, or hay into this particular bunker. Bunker number 2 has a purchase price of $390,000, daily maintenance of $18,000, and a storage capacity of 120,000 liters. It can process at 64,800 liters per hour and can store 1 million liters of digestate. Now, this particular bunker will both accept bales and product from a bucket, but will not accept product from a trailer, and will accept silage, grass, hay, and straw. Now, bunker number 3, which is technically a variant of bunker 2, is a bio grinder version. This has a price of $480,000, a daily maintenance cost of $22,000, and a capacity of 120,000 liters. This particular bunker can process at a rate of 82,800 liters per hour, has a storage capacity of 1.2 million liters, and will also accept product from a bale and a bucket. And this one actually adds sugar beets and potatoes to its fill types accepted. Now, bunker number 3 costs $210,000 with a daily maintenance cost of 12,000 liters per day, has a capacity of 50,000 liters, and can process at a rate of 43,200 liters per hour. We can store 580,000 liters of digestate, can accept bales and product from a bucket, and once again goes back to just accepting silage, hay, and grass. And bunker 4's price is $280,000 with a daily maintenance cost of $17,000 and has a capacity of 80,000 liters. This bunker can process at a rate of 43,200 liters per hour, has a digestate storage capacity of 850 liters. It does accept bales and material from a bucket, does not accept material from a trailer, and will accept silage, grass, hay, and straw. Now, bunker number 4 also has a bio grinder variant that costs $340,000, has a daily maintenance cost of $20,000, capacity of 80,000 liters, and a processing rate of 61,200 liters per hour. Can store 980,000 liters of digestate. Will also accept products from bales and buckets, but no trailers. And this one will accept, as the other biogrinder, it will take silage, grass, hay, straw, sugar beets, and potatoes. Now we have a compact BGA. This has a price of $620,000, has a daily maintenance of $28,000 per day, and a capacity of 130,000 liters. This particular facilities will process at a rate of 72,000 liters per hour and can store 1.5 million liters of digestate. This particular bunker will accept silage from bales, buckets, and trailers. In addition to silage, it will also accept grass, hay, straw, sugar beets, potatoes, and manure. Now we have the BGA main module. This has a cost of $140,000, has a maintenance cost of $4,000 per day, and a capacity of 20,000 liters. It can process at a rate of 7,200 liters per hour and can store 100,000 liters of digestate. This particular placeable will not accept bales, but will accept product from a bucket and will only accept silage, grass, and hay. So the final placeable digester or bunker, as you want to call it, is the container BGA. It has a cost of $38,000 and a daily maintenance cost of $2,000. It can store 20,000 liters of product at a time and has a processing rate of 7,200 liters per hour. It can store 100,000 liters of digestate. It does not accept bales. It does accept product from a bucket, and it does not accept product from a trailer. This particular bunker will also only accept silage, grass, and hay. Now, next up, we're going to take a look at several add-on modules that will work with this pack. But basically, what's different about the add-on modules is that they will pay us a money rate per hour based on our difficulty setting, and it will somewhat offset the cost of the BGAs that we just looked at. So the placeable control house has a cost of $210,000, has a daily maintenance of $1,500, and will earn us a revenue of $110 per hour on easy, $100 per hour on normal, and $90 per hour on hard. So that breaks down to $2,640 per day on easy, $2,400 on normal, and $2,160 on hard. Now we have three different fermenters to choose from. First up, we have a 22-meter round concrete fermenter. Costs $135,000 and a daily maintenance cost of $2,500. We have revenue per hour of $150, $140, and $130 respectively, which breaks down to $3,600 per day on easy, $3,360 on normal, and $3,120 on hard. Then we have the metal version of the same round 22-meter fermenter. Has a daily cost of $2,500 per day and a purchase price of $125,000. It will also earn us the same revenue of $150, $140, and $130 per hour, and $3,600 per day on easy, $3,360 per day on normal, and $3,120 on hard. And then finally, we have the square fermenter. Costs $85,000 and has a daily maintenance cost of $2,000 per day. We can get $130 per hour on easy mode, $120 per hour on normal, and $100 per hour on hard. That comes down to $3,120 per day on easy, $2,280 per day on normal, and $2,400 per day on hard. And we have a choice of generators for our build out of a BGA. We have generator 1 here, which is $115,000 to purchase, $1,000 a day in daily maintenance, and it will earn us a revenue of either $90 per hour on easy, $70 per hour on normal, or $60 per hour on hard. Now that breaks down to $2,160 on easy per day, $1,600 per day on normal, and $1,440 per day on hard. For the second generator, we can buy the smaller model for $95,000 at a daily maintenance cost of $900 per day, and as a result, it only brings us a revenue of $80 per hour on easy, $65 per hour on normal, and $55 per hour on hard. Once again, that breaks down to $1,920 per day on easy, $1,560 per day on normal, and $1,320 per day on hard. So there are a total of 6 different storage tanks that you could put down. There are 3 concrete and 3 steel versions. So we first up have a 9-meter concrete storage building, $80,000 to purchase, $1,000 per day, and you can earn a revenue of $90 on easy, $70 on normal, and $60 per hour on hard, which comes out to $2,160 per day on easy, $1,680 per day on normal, and $1,440 per day on hard. Then we have the 14-meter concrete storage building at $120,000 to purchase, $2,000 per day in maintenance costs, $160 per hour in revenue on easy, $140 per hour in revenue on normal, and $120 per hour on hard. Now that breaks down to $3,840 per day on easy, $3,360 per day on normal, and $2,880 per day on hard mode. And then our largest concrete storage tank is the 22-meter version. Costs $180,000 to purchase and $3,000 a day to maintain. We can earn $165 per hour on easy, $165 per hour on normal, and $145 per hour on hard. That comes out to a daily revenue of $4,440 on easy, $3,960 on normal, and $3,480 on hard mode. And in case you like the looks of the metal storage buildings, then we have a metal storage tank that is also 9 meters in size. It costs $70,000 to purchase and has a $1,000 daily maintenance cost associated with it. It will earn us a revenue of $90 per hour on easy, $70 per hour on normal, and $60 per hour on hard. So that comes down to $2,160 on easy per day, $1,680 per day on normal, and $1,440 per day on hard. Then we have the 14-meter variant of the metal storage tank. Costs us $110,000 to purchase, $2,000 per day in maintenance, and will earn us a daily revenue of $3,840 on easy, $3,360 on normal, and $2,880 on hard. And now we'll move on to the metal variant of the 22-meter storage tank. Costs us $170,000 to purchase, $3,000 per day in daily maintenance costs, and has a revenue per hour of $185 on easy, $165 on normal, and $145 on hard. That comes down to $4,440 per day on easy, $3,960 per day on normal, and $3,480 per day on hard. And now we move over to the bunkers or silos that are part of the pack. We have a single 20-meter silo, costs $60,000 and $30 per day in maintenance. A single 40-meter silo costs $90,000 and $80 per day in maintenance. A double 20-meter earth silo costs $70,000 to place and $50 per day in maintenance, and a double 40-meter silo costs $130,000 to place and $800 a day in maintenance. And just like the storage tanks, there are steel variants of the silos or bunkers. We have a single 20-meter steel girder silo, costs $60,000 to purchase, and a maintenance of $40 per day. We have a single 40-meter steel girder silo, $90,000 to purchase, and $140,000 per day. Then we have a pair of 20-meter steel girder silos, $70,000 to purchase, $70 per day, and a pair of 40-meter steel girder silos, $130,000 to purchase, and $160 per day in maintenance. In addition to all the other placeables we have here in this pack, we have two storage tanks that we can put down, a square or a round storage tank. Both of these tanks store digestate or slurry. The square one costs $90,000 to place, $800 per day in maintenance, and will store 900,000 liters of product, whereas the round storage tank will cost $120,000 to place, $800 per day, and 1.2 million liters is its capacity. And if you don't want to pick out a BGA of your own, you can pick one of three pre-built models. Here we have the first one, price of $1.8 million, has a daily maintenance cost of $10,000 per day, 50,000 liter capacity, and has a processing rate of 43,200 liters per hour. Digestate tank can store 580,000 liters of product. It will accept bales and product from a bucket and will accept silage, grass, or hay. Now here we have the second BGA model. It costs $2 million to purchase, $15,000 per day, and has a capacity of 80,000 liters. It can process at a rate of 43,200 liters per hour. The digestate tank will store 850,000 liters. It will also take bales and material from a bucket. Now this one will accept silage, grass, hay, and straw. And then finally we have the granddaddy of them all, pre-built BGA number 3. Comes in at $2.8 million to purchase, $20,000 a day in maintenance costs, has a capacity of 120,000 liters of raw product. We'll process that at a rate of 82,800 liters per hour. Can store 1.2 million liters of digestate. Will accept bales or product from a bucket, and will accept silage, grass, hay, straw, sugar beets, or potatoes. So guys, I thought I would come back in-game and do a little bit of a synopsis and pretty much close out the video here. I think Kastor did a really, really good job in putting this pack together. We've got fully built out BGAs ready to put down, like this one here, that one off in the distance, and this one over here to the side. And if neither of those work for you, well then we could piece together our own BGA. Depending on how big of a space we have, we could keep it small, or if we want to go big, we can go big and build it out with some pretty big storage capacities, processing, take in all types of product. We can then supplement it with these supplemental buildings and offset the operating costs of the BGA somewhat to make it a little bit easier to afford from a day-to-day operation standpoint. And I think that really, really plays into Farm Sim 19's style with respect to the build your own farm idea, the placeable idea. Now we have a truly placeable modular BGA to go with our gameplay. So let me know in the comments what you think of the pack, what you think of the video presentation with respect to the death by slide effect. And let me know once you've had a chance to play with this pack, what you think of it. And until next time, happy farming.